The US dollar is one of the most widely used currencies in the world, but have you ever wondered why certain presidents are featured on the bills? Take the $100 bill, for instance. Why does it have a picture of Benjamin Franklin on it? Well, it turns out that the choice of Franklin was no accident. You see, when the Bureau of Engraving and Printing was designing the new $100 bill in the early 20th century, they wanted to honor one of the founding fathers who had made significant contributions to American society. They considered several candidates, including George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison, but ultimately decided that Benjamin Franklin best represented the ideals of innovation and ingenuity that the United States had come to embody. As a result, the $100 bill became the first U.S. banknote to feature Franklin's portrait. Not only did they choose him to represent a certain ideal, they also chose him because he looked a certain way. See, the U.S. government set forth some very strict guidelines for the appearance of those whose portraits were going to be put on the bills. First, the person had to be a male. After all, no woman had ever served as President of the United States. Second, the person had to be dead, which limited the pool of potential candidates considerably. Third, the person had to have a prominent forehead and strong jawline, which was thought to convey intelligence and determination. And fourth, the person had to have dark hair and eyes, which was seen as a sign of masculinity and passion. At the time, there was also a preference for portraying people in a stern and serious manner, which was thought to inspire respect and solemnity. So given these criteria, it's easy to see why Benjamin Franklin ended up on the $100 bill. He met all the physical requirements, and his contributions to science, politics, and American society made him a suitable candidate for such a prestigious honor. Now let us take a look at the $100 bill itself and see how the portrait of Franklin embodies these ideals. His piercing gaze and thoughtful expression convey intelligence and determination. His high forehead and strong jawline suggest a powerful intellect and unwavering resolve, and his dark hair and clothing add to the sense of masculinity and seriousness. But it's not just Franklin's appearance that makes him an effective symbol for the $100 bill, it's also what he represents. Franklin was a man who embodied the spirit of innovation and ingenuity that the United States has come to embody. He was a scientist, an inventor, and a writer who helped to shape the course of American history. His contributions to the country's founding and his commitment to public service make him a fitting choice for a bill that represents the nation's wealth and prosperity. Overall, the decision to put Benjamin Franklin on the $100 bill was a deliberate and thoughtful one that took into account his physical appearance, his contributions to American society, and the message that the government wanted to convey. It's a testament to the enduring legacy of one of America's most beloved founding fathers, and a reminder of the values that the United States stands for. Now, while Franklin's portrait may seem like a straightforward depiction of the statesman, some conspiracy theorists believe that there is a hidden meaning behind the image. They claim that the positioning of his hands and the items on his desk contain secret symbols and messages that reveal a deeper truth about the nature of money and power. Take a close look at Franklin's hands, and you'll notice that his left hand is resting on a book, while his right hand is open and slightly raised. Some believe that this gesture symbolizes the power that money holds over people's lives. Franklin's left hand, representing the people, is subdued and controlled, while his right hand, representing the government or financial elite, is open and dominant. They argue that this subtle symbolism suggests that money is a tool that can be manipulated by those in power to control and influence others. But the symbolism doesn't end there. If you look closely at the objects on Franklin's desk, you'll notice that there is a globe, a quill pen, a candle, and a stack of books. Each of these items is thought to represent a different aspect of Franklin's legacy, and the values that the government wanted to promote through the use of his image on the $100 bill. The globe represents Franklin's role as a diplomat and his belief in the importance of international cooperation. The quill pen symbolizes his contributions to writing and his commitment to education. The candle represents his dedication to enlightenment and his pursuit of knowledge, and the books represent his love of learning and his belief in the power of ideas. But according to conspiracy theorists, these items also contain a secret message about the nature of money and power. They argue that the globe represents the world itself, which is controlled by those who possess money and power. The quill pen symbolizes the ability to manipulate information and shape public opinion. The candle represents the pursuit of knowledge and the power that comes with it. and the books represent the accumulation of wealth and the preservation of power. Together, these objects create a powerful image of the tools that are used to maintain control and influence in a society. Of course, these interpretations are highly subjective, and there is no evidence that the government intentionally included these symbols on the $100 bill. They could simply be an effort to pay homage to Franklin's legacy and contributions to American society. However, the fact that these images have sparked conspiracy theories and debate among the public is a testament to the power of symbolism and the human tendency to find patterns and meanings in everyday objects. Ultimately, the true meaning of the $100 bill and its portrayal of Benjamin Franklin is up to each individual observer to decide. Whether you see it as a symbol of wealth and prosperity, a tool of control and power, or simply a tribute to one of America's founding fathers, there is no denying that it is a powerful and evocative image that has become an iconic part of American culture. One of the reasons why people are drawn to conspiracy theories about money and currency is because it represents something that many people feel powerless to control. Despite its profound impact on our lives, most people don't have much say in how it's created, distributed, or regulated. This lack of control can lead to feelings of helplessness and frustration, especially when economic downturns or financial crises seem to be beyond our grasp. Conspiracy theories about money can offer a sense of clarity and understanding in a complex and ever-changing world. By attributing malevolent intent to those in power, they provide a simple explanation for the struggles that individuals may be facing. It's a way of saying, I may not have control over my financial situation, but there's a clear-cut villain to blame. But it's important to remember that just because something seems like a compelling explanation doesn't make it true. It's crucial to approach such theories with a healthy dose of skepticism and to examine the evidence carefully before forming an opinion. Conspiracy theories about money can also be dangerous because they can lead to distrust and division within society. When people start to believe that there's a shadowy cabal of elites controlling the world, it can be easy to pit people against each other and create a sense of us versus them. This can lead to real-world consequences, such as increased polarization, social unrest, and even violence. To protect ourselves from the dangers of conspiracy theories about money, it's important to be aware of the common psychological factors that make them appealing. Our brains are wired to seek out patterns and make sense of the world around us. When we see a complex problem or a disturbing event, we naturally want to find an explanation. Unfortunately, this tendency can lead us to accept false or misleading information, as long as it fits our preconceived notions. We also have a tendency to trust authority figures and experts, but this can be exploited by those who seek to deceive us. If someone with a position of power or expertise tells us what we want to hear, we may be more likely to believe it, even if it's not true. It's important to recognize these tendencies and to develop a healthy skepticism towards all information, regardless of its source. Finally, we should remember that money is a tool that can be used for good or bad, depending on the intentions of those who wield it. While it's true that money can corrupt, and those in power may sometimes abuse their privilege, it's not inherent to money itself. The real issue is greed, corruption, and the abuse of power, not money itself. Focusing on these problems will allow us to address them more effectively and prevent the spread of harmful conspiracy theories. So next time you come across a conspiracy theory about money, take a step back and consider the motivations of those who are promoting it. Look for evidence to support their claims and be wary of anyone trying to capitalize on your anger or frustration. Remember, you have the power to resist and to seek out the truth. Well, that's all we have for you today. But if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out more content. With that said, thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in next time.